may be different. I want to see some CT aggression ramp. I want to see some mid pushes on that T side. Do something I haven't seen before. And more often than not, I get that.
Yeah, this is what the Chinese Counter-Strike tends to offer, right? Something a little bit off-meta, outside of the realms of normal Counter-Strike. And right here, they will be starting on that CT side. A defuse kit and a smoke grenade. And no rush, unfortunately, to kick this one off. I'm talking about the Observer, he is here, but we're talking about the pace in the server. It's a little bit slower as G2, they're going to wait out any early aggression and regroup now over towards the forklift, or lack of forklift room these days.
No forklift there anymore, just a big old box.
Where were we before boxes, Henry?
Nowhere really, and we'll find ourselves in now. A 5-man approach from G2 toward the scaffolding. A quick shot from somebody will steal that first kill away. TYLOO, they look like they're dangerous here in the pistol round. They've won so many of them in the series so far. The second frag not found. How is somebody still going? That's a double kill coming in for Kenny S and Hunter.
I think Amanek flashed his teammates a bit there, but it works out in the end. And now Kenny will get that bomb down. They're going to boost over the smoke for the line of sight towards ramp. Amanek's not going to give them an inch, though, tucked in on sandbags. He'll be the last to take contact, likely going to be the ramp players who do react first to that bomb being tickled.
Well, the kit is still in play here, so the option for TYLOO to slow this one down is on the cards. They're going to walk their way out to this alley position here, and Kenny, well, he must have heard some footsteps. He's going to re-aggress. Now time becomes a problem.
Yes, and already Jax has got the first on the kit, on the bomb. Zeta taps the head. That was important from Kenny. Can be a difficult shot to hit when they're defusing.
Left eye peak, so it's not a fun one there to take all the time, but Kenny, not being watched, doesn't fumble, and we'll get the first round on the board for G2. Is that only their second pistol of the...
It's their second pistol of the 3 maps, yes. So, a bit of a rarity, but one that works out very nicely for them. G2 known for their A executions and deadly nature with those pistols in hand. We are going to see the AK, or just a singular AK brought out. Galil to go with it as well. Kenny has to wield this. He makes his way towards the B side of the map, and it is pretty much the full eco from TYLOO. They've got a couple of upgraded pistols with some as Deagle and somebody's P250, but should be a clean 2-0 here. G2 are the heavy favorites going into this matchup as they throw 2 AGs over towards middle. No one waiting for them at the toolbox, though, so no damage inflicted. They're throwing the kitchen sink in there.
They really are.
Team flash again, just to note there. As Jax rounded the corner, I think Amanek's flash got him a little bit. We're not sure exactly how much vision was... Oh, this is an alley Molotov.
That's nice, Chad. You like that, don't you?
I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When there was the hole in the wooden wall before over towards the A-bomb, so I had worked out a smoke that you could throw from that ladder room to land very quickly at the start of the round, so your teammates could push on up without having to worry about that position. But they quickly changed the map on me, and that was useless.
Yeah, but that Molotov is very effective for your players to set them up for any sort of scaffolding aggression. Not only does it, you know, get the CT to fall back, but if they overcommit like they have here, they would be trapped inside upon contact. You see Hunter's going to get the first. He wasn't expecting the second, but that little element of surprise will not do more than just bear them a rifle round. Still going G2's way convincingly.
Yes, indeed. Just Freeman remaining here. And we're going to see him coming up towards the A-ramp to his inevitable doom. And it will be Amanek to find him. 2-0 found, but the buy coming in from TYLOO in the next round. It won't be the best of buys. They could be a glass cannon AWP if they really wanted one, but they're not going to do that. Going for the M4s across the board here in basic utility. They might have one kit if they're lucky. They do not. So opting for all the grenades and hopefully picking up this first gun round here. In terms of the bonus scenario for G2, up against 2 players of our helmets, and they've got 3 MAC-10s here and a Galil. So they're certainly on the back foot, and we'll see whether they can break through as they smoke towards the scaffolding position, is throwing away a flashbang there at the start to give themselves either an extra smoke or HE. Yeah,
there was a question about that nade usage early in spawn coming on through, but this is real fast on to A.
Straight into the MAC-10! Zeta! Huge spray with a FAMAS. He does very well to keep things competitive when it looked like they were spiraling. Unfortunately for TYLOO, they've lost a man early in this exchange in the mid-round. Freeman's gone on his aggression. He immediately pushed down B. Look at that. His body was there on Hunter's POV. That's a very early death to concede.
Summer and Attacker, the last 2 players remaining of the TYLOO roster. Both towards A for now. And the bomb, you know what, it's heading in towards B. So really not ideal. And you break it all down. Shouldn't be much of a chance for the TYLOO boys here, but every second that goes by, they do get a bit more information. They might be able to work things out and make their way over towards B just before the bomb goes down, but it looks like they're being quite passive, holding up towards elevators right now. holding the weapons, and that looks like it might be the narrative for the rest of this round.
Yeah, good observing just so that we can see exactly how they choose to implement their utility. No options really for the Generators player, and then a deep one upon confirmation that the site is clear. G2 on their T side haven't had to whip out too much in terms of strategy so far, but it's of course just 3 rounds into the game. Fragging has been enough.
All right, well, now it is just a waiting game because G2 know better than to chase in this moment, and TYLOO know that they need to hold on to these rifles. We'll be jumping into Skybox in a moment, so I might just start to preface this for everybody. We saw 100 Thieves with a lot of fast A plays. Well, G2's looks very similar here. You're going to see the CT smoke dropping towards the ramp. This is the T smoke that we're seeing to block off that scaffolding position. But watch how many flashes we're about to have witnessing on the screen. There's so many going on from either side. This is what we would consider an all-in from both teams. The fact that the CT's pushed out above here to glaive on out and fighting the ramp, and the Ts have used all those nades and continuing forward. This round's an all-in. So the round is literally won or lost pretty much within this exchange right here. And this time around with those bonus weapons, the MAC-10s like we keep talking about, G2 had one of those, I guess, used it as a bonus round, right? They used the weapons to their best advantage.
And it worked out very well indeed. They've got themselves a very convincing lead so far, even more so now as Amanek waiting on top of the Jenny so he avoids the pre-fire, which is very common on the CT side. You can use yourself an AWP or an AUG, go for that swing. You can just pre-fire towards the top of the generator itself. Nice grenades for you to remember there towards Toolbox. Very impressive summit down to 18 HP. And you can see their nade usage has been fantastic so far. I think at halftime we'll check in with the utility damage and see what they get on the T side. Very rare to post past 100 on the T side, to be honest with you. So maybe we can get a quick check in now, Rush. What are they at, any utility damage on the G2 side? Let's bring that up. Just have a quick look. There you go. Sort by utility damage.
Pretty low, 50 for somebody. What was it on the G2 side?
I don't know. He didn't keep it up.
There we go. 126.
That's big. We've only played 3 rounds.
Okay,
No,
I don't think it's calculated
for everyone.
just yet.
Maybe
it is
the round has to end.
Yeah, that could
right.
be definitely on the cards.
The smoke provides a nice little roof for somebody. He's got a smoky house that he'll be living within.
Oh.
You can see just a scrap of him, can you?
Can now.
The tip of his head. Oh, it's so hard to hit. Elevates on the sandbags and removes, or rather dots the I in FBI on the back of somebody's jersey. That will be it.
Somebody's probably hoping for site execute smoke so that he can hide in those and then be a little bit of a rat in that moment. But Kenny being very, very diligent right there. You could just see catching every moment of him scoped on in that position, clearing it out very thoroughly. And now that's just left attacker with this M4A4. They can start to hunt in the next 2 to 3 rounds if you are G2, right? Because the bank will be building on up. You want to take these guns out of their hands. You don't need to right now because they could just keep getting lured into that sense of, hey, we've got one saved weapon. Maybe we can buy behind it. Maybe we can make some magic work. And with the money on the board right here for TYLOO, well, they should be investing into this one. I wonder if we'll have the AWPs come out yet because there is enough for the big greens.
We've seen a couple of AWPers shy away from this map. Zai Wu is the one at the tip of my tongue, of course, a very powerful sniper in the conversation for best in the world alongside Simple. And both of them have had their fair share of issues actually on Vertigo CT sides. We are seeing double AWPs come out though, and neither on Zeta. Perhaps another player who's chosen to succumb to the rifle on Vertigo. Lots of fast flashes. Hunter's straight up there, gets the info on the initial clearance, and then proceeds back down Scaff, ready for the mid-round.
Looking for that first on the board here. TYLOO will have a double AWP set up now. Summer and Somebody trying to make this work. You don't see it too often on Vertigo, but it is viable. Freeman, difficult spot here, needs to be baited and 90. The smoke will buy him some time here, some longevity as he decides to reposition here. Plenty of spots in this area of the map. RPK spot is very powerful, but it can be a little precarious to get towards. He does manage to tuck himself in. RPK got 3 kills from here the other day for Vitality, so we'll see if Freeman can replicate that. It's either one and done, which could be the case here, or you get lots and lots of kills. Managed to get three, same as RPK.
Not round over yet, though. Huge instrumental pull TYLOO back into this, but Hunter's walked out A, and somebody, he can catch Kenny here. He's just going to dink him. It's getting awkward. Does manage to get the necessary frag, and with 40 seconds, a very awkward clutch for Hunter now. This was not how he anticipated this to go. He had an afterplant building in his mind. He was pushing up for info, but now he's got to do it all, and the bomb is in the grasp of somebody who's just stolen his teammate's AWP.
Well, he can grab the bomb. Well, apparently not. The AWP's got the perfect line on him. Didn't catch that. It's going to be somebody to find that first round for TYLOO. The double AWP setup is not retrieved, but it does find in the first round due to Kenny S being caught out by the old forklift.
Yeah, and the bigger problem there is the fact that Kenny's swinging around that corner with knife in hand, which is an instant tell that he's been told that area of the map is clear. So, you know, if you're somebody in that situation, seeing an individual like Kenny run around the corner, knife in hand, elephant foot, that you have a good idea that Hunter was already past you. So you see, he wasn't worried about getting flanked from Hunter. He was already well aware that Hunter was in the side.
Here we go, aggressive play, looking at those opening picks. They haven't been amazing for TYLOO across the series so far. The flashbangs, a little bit too strong this time. We have a player isolated towards sandbags as well. Somebody will have to try and protect him as he holds the AWP towards scaffolding. It's double nades, so not even a Molotov, and it works out for a kill. Nexa taking down one. The AWP shot doesn't connect, and Summer's down to 15 as well. This has gone all sorts of wrong. He'll boost himself up, and he's actually going for a pick here instead of falling back. One bullet in his general direction will take him down. It's actually an AWP shot, and that's going to be a convincing round for G2. I don't see a world where they get back into this one. They have rotated players over at least. Somebody would have to get 2 kills. There's the first. Can't convert the second just yet. Amanek, very important frag here. He will be able to step up and manage to hold on. Jax will get the trade. That's very important. It looked a little bit dicey there, but the fact they've only lost 2 kills, it should be guaranteed they pick up the round at this stage.
Yeah, same story for Attacker, just walking down B stairs as the bomb goes down. Realizing he will not have much chance to contribute. Talking of an absence of contribution, 7 ADR from Nexa, averaging just 7 damage per round in the opening 5, which is, of course, not a sign of things to come so much as it is just a product of those opening rounds. But do keep your eyes on that. Nexa known for being a very high fragging in-game leader. If there is an absence of that, that could be another chink in their armor for the TYLOO punishment.
Yeah, well, against 100 Thieves, I recall Nexa was instrumental on low buy rounds, retaking that A bomb site when they played over there in, I want to say it was Katowice within the opening match. It was either that or London. I'm pretty sure it was Katowice. And he was a huge factor in that game right here. This is that kill with Summer re-aggressing. Now, Summer's name, over on Dust 2 on their CT side, he had 18 kills within that first half. They need an individual on the TYLOO side to step up and be that commanding force. You notice Summer was everywhere. He was getting it done on the scout rounds, on their low buys. Whenever there was a B hit, he seemed to be in the right position at the right time.
I feel like Dust 2 is such a cookie-cutter map in terms of the way it's played and the tactics that it's deployed. The idea that they're dropping similar strategies to the Europeans, it works out. Vertigo, in its current form and the way it's chopping and changing so much with the way we're seeing smokes, flashbangs, boosts, approaches, fakes, it's changing every single week, and G2 have such a great understanding of what the tendencies of current CT meta is that it's double nading like every position, flushing people out and looking like they've got full control of almost every scenario. This one was falling apart. They lost the first pick, but Kenny S brings it right back. It really is a home map for him. You can see that he is doing a great job so far. Summer, he'll be sat there on 70 HP, and Kenny, has he got a friend with him? That's the question. And he commits to the angle, pulls the trigger, nails the shot, and at this point the spray down will come through, but Kenny S is too sharp. Really has found some fantastic form in the last few months.
Yeah, and I mean, it's part and parcel of this G2 project, setting this star AWPer up. He's made it clear in multiple interviews that it is their belief in him that has given him this resurgence to really not necessarily bring the old Kenny back, but to completely rebuild and reinvent the star AWPer that kind of showed the Counter-Strike Go community that the AWP was a viable weapon when everyone was doubting.
He isn't the player now who's putting the whole team on his back and trying to go for a 30 bomb every single game. It's calculated. They're setting him up. They're dropping executions based around an AWPer to flush CTs out and give him picks. And you can see he has a bit of freedom as well to operate in the way he wants to, if he feels fit. And at this point, hitting the shots and not really missing much at all. You got to let him off that leash and just let him command around the map.
When do we start to worry for TYLOO's CT side here? We know that their T sides have been very, very weak. So having a look here, they're already down 6-1.
I'm getting nervous if G2 win this one, because it would just, once again, throw TYLOO into a downward spiral. Nade's going to be very, very deep towards the ramp side of things, and you can see that actually, oh my goodness, G2, they've lost so much of their health on this B hit. Jax is a very important duel. It's Attacker, his first test, and he passes with flying colors. They want to force them out. It's a good molly, and Kenny's done well to disappear so quickly.
Yeah, he just grabbed the bomb and got the hell out of there. Amanek, that would have been a vital frag if they are going to win this round. 4 versus 2, and Hunter has got behind enemy
They've done
lines.
it again. They've passed each other again.
So there is a chance. He doesn't want to pull the trigger on the first player he sees. He wants to aim for 2 if possible. Will they have any idea that he is actually in towards CT spawn right now?
He'll likely check it. Hunter, if he kills both of them on B, that's the bomb again. Now the B defenders.
So he doesn't want to pull the trigger on the first. He wants to see if he can get 2 here if possible. We had a bit of this yesterday.
We did. He's not going to get the info on Attacker because he's gone down the stairs, so it will only be the one and done. Attacker now is going to be cowering.
Did he catch him? He caught him.
Oh, he saw a little glimpse. He didn't work it out. Just not quite in time. My God, these rounds, they keep you guessing. TYLOO, those 2, and then it's necessary 2 on the board.
Yeah, there it is, TYLOO. Chad, what you got for us?
Yeah, this is how it keeps happening over towards A. This is somebody's position. He just locks himself in scaffolding the rotation. You can see leaving the site right now. And Hunter, he is just sitting in their own smoke at this point. It's the T-sided smoke. As that clears, he peers his head up and he walks around to take some jewels. Now look at the timing here. You've got somebody who's pushing on down, clearing the fork room. He sees that clear. Both teams with poor information there, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. So there it is. We are going to have HE's bounce down from the crane position here and a faster push towards A. In terms of damage inflicted, Jax feeling the burn down to 45 here. Hunter has been great in these opening duels so far. 3 and 1. Looking to find another one. Somebody slamming off the shots, and that's going to cost him his life. I didn't like that attempt at a wallbang. It's so close to the choke point.
Yeah.
In terms of multiple frags as well, this will be the 6th round where Kenny has found more than 1. He is lighting them up right now, that AWP.
He wants more. He is not quite done. That boost box position from Attacker, he's even going for wall bangs into the solid metal. Freeman clawing with just 1 back, but those claws are going to have to be incredibly sharp if he wants a chance. Look at all these nades. Yeah, that's enough for him. Gets out of that frying pan. But the fire is extended. 7 now for T-side, G2.
Just punishing that A side time and time again. If they duel out the first player of a trade, it looks like they're going to win every single round. It seems to be their philosophy here. The double orb setup did slow them down, but for now, that's going to be them bouncing back. 3 players to survive as well. Vertigo have a weird map. You can stay really next to the bomb site. No problem at all. You can even just watch the bomb fall right back to that corner, be absolutely fine, as the money will not be as we get into a difficult scenario for TYLOO. They've got maximum loss bonus here, but still, this is the 3rd and final map, and they're getting blown out the water.
Good highlight that Zeta started this 3rd map the same way he started the 1st. He did really concede a lot of the opening duels, and actually a fantastic stat that was brought up at the time was TYLOO's struggle to convert the disadvantage. They had a measly 16% conversion of 4v5s on Inferno, but now a different map. And somebody bringing the duel straight to G2. Aggressive down the ramp. Zeta's under a lot of hot water as well. It's going to be Hunter who wants to push the issue. And there is going to be a chance, albeit a small one. As this smoke fades, if Zeta stays and sticks around, it's going to come down to patience. Which one will move first? Who will pull the trigger? Oh, Hunter baits Zeta into the peak. Not going to get it, though.
Nice swing on that. Decides to fall back instead. Could have dropped a smoke, but we'll see whether he wants to at this point. You want to hold on to that. That Molotov is not too dangerous right now. You don't need to extinguish it. He knows you're there. You've made sound, and they're not going to aggress you yet. So hold on to the smoke as long as possible. Try and think about your utility placement.
Reflashing, re-engaging on the flash.
Kenny still has a smoke, a flash, and a molly, which means they can smoke off the side of the bomb site. But TYLOO still want to fight. They keep going.
They want to go again and again. There's 45 seconds as G2 now prepare for their final push. Kenny's going to be sweeping into the site, looking for Zeta. Good smoke on that ramp to force the fight into a wide angle, predictable angle. Hunter does do well onto 1. 3v2. Summer to defend. He's eaten a flash. He's eaten 2. He's tucked in the corner. He's cowering in the corner. He's gone. And so is this round.
It looks like you're absolutely dead on. It is a 3 versus 1 attacker with the kit and a bit of utility as well. That's Hunter's trademark position on top of the bomb side towards that A area and manages to get the final headshot. Maximum loss bonus, as we said, it only gets you so far in CSGO. You have to save a couple of times to have some residual cash. They do have one more buy available, but here's Kenny S continuing to find shot after shot with the AWP. Hunter with a flashbang bombardment towards short, manages to get that opening kill and then close things out as well. Vaulted on top of the bomb site.
The more time that we have to dissect matches and tools obviously at our disposal here, like the skybox, look, that smoke that Freeman dropped towards the top of the ramp there as they started to execute on the site, which forced them to swing wide. I believe his intention would have been to have dropped that smoke on the railing as opposed to directly on the ground, because what that would do is it creates a kind of a one-way smoke, because if the Ts come up the ramp, their vision will be obscured, and the CTs can actually get a nice body shot on the Ts as their torso is exposed there. So if he had dropped that not as clunkily, maybe that round would have gone down a little bit differently. It is all in the details.
Just to know on the details, Chad, it's that stat just came up that Kenny S is currently at 6 multiple frag rounds. He's actually 0-0 in opening duels. So it's not like the AWP is just finding a kill and being nullified. It's actually operating very effectively at the mid stages, the very important moments of each round, as we find in the multiple kills as they execute and being very instrumental in that fact on a T side of a map. That's impressive to say the least. Sure, he hasn't got any opening kills, but he hasn't required them. He's at the top of the scoreboard with 6 multi-frag rounds.
Yeah, and considering how well Kenny has been searching that A bomb site with the AWP, that speaks to TYLOO's re-aggression, which we're seeing once again. They can't just get picked on off, they have to take the fight to them. But Hunter was more than ready. He's been patrolling this A ramp with different levels of success.
Yeah, but with a ridiculous amount of tenacity. He keeps coming back there. There is a frag for Kenny S, a hard shot to hit. And Taka does what Zeta couldn't. Aggressive again towards short to try and level the odds. He's done well to find it. There's no way Kenny gives him this fight. He does. 2 kills from attacker CZ. Somebody's even got one as well. And TYLOO, they're making this pistol armor work.
Yeah, a little bit sloppy from G2. Not sure why they're so stubborn to make their way up towards that short position, but either way, CZs will be more than happy to oblige. Getting them locked in towards a bridge position, we have got a CZ, or a Desert Eagle, I should say, in the hands of Freeman, waiting as the A-round play comes through. First shot for Nexa connects, and this is pretty much where the round is decided. They know where one player is, that's towards short. They can get the bomb planted and focus towards the CT side of the equation here. Nexa actually off to the sandbags, I should say, as the smoke goes down.
Yeah, they both managed to find rifles as well, so this retake just got bolstered.
They're not going to check sandbags here, because you would assume they're both towards the CT side with the deeper plant. But as soon as he peeks, Nexa finds him and brings the round back in their favor.
Yeah, Attacker's got a good shot at finding at least one here, but just as he looks away, will be found. It's Amanek and Nexa to clutch it up for G2, and it does seem like it's back to business as usual. Now G2's T side is finding rounds. It certainly wasn't on Dust 2.
Yeah, just to note, Nexa going into that round right there only had 2 kills next to his name, and he was sub 10 ADR. So they're 2 big frags for him to pick on up. Has been straggling down the bottom of the scoreboard. The only other contender for the wooden spoon at the moment is Summer, sitting on 1 frag with 1 assist. So not great from Summer. He's kind of cooled off since Dust 2.
He has got 30 ADR, I guess, so he is at least contributing a little bit more, but yes, doesn't really done much here at all. And we are going to see mid plays come through from G2, not focusing towards A. So we have B split by the looks of things here. Could go through CT as well, and that looks to be the case, going for elevator potentially. If we'll see that smoke come down towards the right-hand side, suggests a go towards CT spawn at this stage. This smoke starts to dissipate on the left. Somehow trying to readdress this as he holds connector. Somebody's actually pushed the A ramp and found Hunter.
These guys have been having a constant duel, somebody and Hunter on the A site. Well, B is the target of their affection now, and Amanek, look at that position. He will cut the rotate down to size. Onto Attacker. He is the only man on the site. He's lost his life, and they've lost this round.
Oh, the jiggle peeking, Chad. You love to see it.
I hate to see
I
it.
know.
Personally, I love that the players are so good at it. It is something which
I can't do it. I know that's not an asset of mine.
It requires a level of finesse, right? To know how to pull it off successfully in all these different circumstances. And hold up a second. Kenny left in a 2-on-1 situation. Somebody hits another banger of a shot on the flank, and now the big man has to hold.
Yeah, coming from the same direction does make this AWP viable. But if they peek together, oh, that's the full health. And that's somebody as well. No need for a scope onto the second. Showboating as he strafes over the great chasm. We have 10-2.
7 multi-kill rounds now for Kenny S. He just keeps racking them up. This shoulder peek just to give him the advantage there when he pulls the trigger. This is a very difficult clutch. Not many AWPers can pull that one off. That second kill especially impressive to say the very least. As we continue a maximum loss bonus here, TYLOO don't save anything as they'll invest everything they've got. MP9 CZs, but there is an AWP for somebody and an M4 for attacker. That's about as good as it gets as they do drop down towards B. Kenny S ready and waiting. Wow, he's having one hell of a game here.
20-4. He's got his angs sorted. A chance as well onto another Freeman. He did well to inflict some unresponded damage. What's unresponded? Is that a word? They didn't respond to it. It was...
They didn't respond to his damage.
It was unresponsive is a thing, but can you be honest?
I know the exact phrasing that you're looking for. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm unable to grab the words. So.
Reciprocated.
Yep.
That's our word that works.
That's the one.
Yeah, he did not reciprocate the damage back towards Freeman. There we go. Vocabulary lessons.
It is weird when you do have a word in the, like, it's at the front of your brain. You just can't get it out.
I actually learned about that. I was interested in the tip of tongue syndrome.
Yeah.
Apparently it's because your brain, like a search engine, it searched in like one facet of your brain, one room, treat them as rooms.
Didn't find it.
Didn't find it, but it was actually there. And so you just, for the reason it's on the tip of your tongue is because the first pass didn't find the information it was looking for. 5 players have managed to find what they were looking for G2 though, because 2 kills from Kenny and a single from Hunter on his battle with A, Control and Summer have continued. Jax could get caught out here. This could be 2 kills for TYLOO.
Yeah, it was looking like that backstab could actually settle things, but a chance in the round, I suppose, but with no kits, a very slim one. They have got the AK-47 now and a FAMAS. Might as well hold on for them at this point. They're not going to be defusing this bomb. Hunter certainly denying any possibility of that. We're going to have Freeman with the FAMAS. Nice shot, to be fair. Can upgrade to at least to an AK or a Krieg on the other side. We are going to see Kenny has to deal with this. It's Freeman to go down at the very end. 11 rounds to G2. Nothing really to speak of for TYLOO here at all, as the maximum loss bonus again finds them hamstrung in round number 14. They're going to have to maybe take a tactical timeout here, discuss their options. They need these last 2 rounds. They are capable of picking them up, but even with it being a T-sided map, it feels like G2 have run away with this. Highest utility damage per round on Vertigo in the last 3 months in the top 30. Makes sense, to be honest with you. We've seen some great double nades being thrown almost every single round. They've got a really nice understanding of the map. We know they do their homework, and we've seen that reflected on this current play and this half.
Summer, very aggressive and a good tag onto Hunter, but he has not gone down. He can still serve his purpose as the spearhead of the assault. More utility to come, though, as the CT's jiggle for info. Nexa was in his prime position to punish it, but couldn't quite convert. Now somebody's swinging in, and it's Jax. He's full health, and he now removes all of somebody's.
That sandbag position to peer on up for those kind of fights is so very dangerous, and so is this wallbang attacker. He's going to learn a thing or two about that, as Jax will find another Kenny. Well, the frags keep on coming in, and even the low HP Hunter will find one, and now it's just Freeman.
Yeah, he couldn't be more alone at this point. He might as well just press S.
Jump off the map.
Press S, yeah.
Just get off.
Just jump off the map. Do it, Freeman. Do it.
It is a very powerful spot.
Yeah, in this scenario especially, I feel like he's going to pop off.
I mean, in case anyone was looking for a new way to hold B, check it out. Yeah. You can sit on those sandbags and get a good view of the left side entrance.
Look how many positions he's having to worry about. You seeing that first?
You got to respect it. Like, he's still got his nose on the screen here.
Cap on backwards.
Yeah, ready to go.
I don't know if he'd be getting away with the cap on backwards with the FBI. There might be a couple of...
oh, actually, here comes trouble.
Cleared. Oh, no.
Oh, you do hate to see that. After all that build-up, it is going to be a final frag for Amanek, and he didn't quite fall off the building, so there is something there. As the wallbangs will come through, certainly, it's Jax looking very efficient. Here was the kill towards Short, managing to get it there on towards Attacker after some considerable damage was inflicted. Hunter with the mag 10 up against the AWP, does find an unarmored Summer on the other side. 12-2, final round here. Not the map we were expecting, Chad, I'll be honest with you.
No, I did think, considering the scoreline with the 100 Thieves versus TYLOO, that there might have been a little bit more bite in this situation.
And them starting on the CT side as well, right? Where they've done their best work.
So it's unfortunate that it's fallen apart in this way, but G2 bounced back from the loss, right? And one of the biggest storylines with G2 that I think we need to keep our eyes on as the team continues to progress is their mental game.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I'm ever going to forget the Summit loss, and nor should they. And that's something that you don't want to return to at any point. I'm not going to say the Dust 2 loss is as severe as the Mouse Sports loss against the coach and the stand-in.
I think that's a fair statement.
Yeah, so the Mouse Sports roster they lost the grand final to was NATO Sapphics, Ray-Jin, Frozen, Woxic, and who am I forgetting? Chris J, thank you.
The biggest thing there is they lost their star AWPer, right? That one of their part of their mantelpiece, one of their star AWPers is gone, and then Carrigan, the man calling all the shots, was also not present in the server for the final map. Yeah,
they brought the coach Raging in for the final map, and they closed it out and won the entire thing.
It was wild.
G2 didn't think so. It was wild. They thought it was. I was worried. I didn't even want to speak to them afterwards. I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
It was gut-wrenching, wasn't it?
Yeah, I didn't want to be near them. I just didn't want to be part of that energy. Didn't see them, luckily, but they bounced back. They have bounced back.
Look at somebody. This position, he actually manages to get 1.5. His timing is impeccable. This time, no double nade. They will Molotov sandbags and confirm it clear, but let's see what's next in store for us.
So good, these nades. It's so overwhelming. All you can do is a spam and hope for the best. Grenade will do some damage, at least towards Hunter. Minimal damage at that. And we'll see whether Attacker can do anything about this. It's a 4 versus 3, and it might not matter. He'll go through and find himself a bullet in the head instead. And it's a 4 versus 2. No kits available. A couple of kills, padding stats at this point, I'm afraid. 13-2 written all over this one, and it's confirmed. An unstoppable performance there from G2 in the first half of Vertigo. Surely this one will be landing in their favor. We'll conclude it after this break.
We up now, had a vision, stuck to it, never back down. Never had much, now we own the whole thing. Spread it all around the world, watch it all change. Came alive, now they all see the greatness. Light shine so hard they can't take it.
Dancing with my fear, burning with desire. We gon' take it to the
I just step up and make it happen, it's a lifestyle. Living young and restless, yeah, weak by wild. If I want it, I'ma get it talking right now. And I ain't got no regrets, it's my time now. Lights out when you see us talking moves. You don't know that's the topic. And if you talking juice, well then you know I got it. Then you know I got it. Nobody got it like
Kenny S, Kenny Best, 28-4 the score lines, and that's not from a map, that's from a half. Dominance from G2 and their star AWPer have put us in a quick second half, or at least potential for it. 13-2 could very well be finished in just 3 rounds should G2 pick themselves up the pistol.
Well, that's a big if. Their pistol performances have been a big point of contention, I would say, for G2 over the last few months or so. I remember at the Berlin Major having the same discussion. They couldn't pick up a single pistol in the group stages, getting through games by the skin of their teeth. And this series is no different. They've picked up a couple now, but first 2 maps, they really were struggling to get into these pistol rounds. If they can find this one, the game should be over. But for now, TYLOO continue their assault towards A. A similar approach with the execution. Same smoke bounced off. There's a grenade in response, so that grenade does so much damage. They won't be checking this. The CZ can just devour them. It does 1.5. Attacking down to 18 HP here. It's looking good for G2, but can they close things out here? No grenades to deny the bomb, but a shot through the smoke to deny Zeta release. There's their final kill, and that should be the round here. I don't see a world where somebody can pull them off, and we are going to have a defuse, and it is going to be 14-2 at this stage.
So in that first half, TYLOO only managed 34 kills. You saw the stat lines for Kenny up on screen when we came back from the break. That was 1 man, right? TYLOO managed just a few more kills than Kenny.
6 more than Kenny S? In total?
Is that the first time we've seen a not applicable in the bets and the odds?
Wait, what, how can we have a not
when
applicable?
When it gets beyond.
So you can't even, you can only bet against them at this stage of the game.
I think
can't
so.
even bet
I mean,
for them.
if you're joining the series and map 3, second half, and you want to be placing a bet at 14-2, I'm sure the odds would be, 1, not applicable. Let's see, more nade damage inflicted as every round starts with the members of TYLOO getting rocked. And I will reiterate as well, it was really worth mentioning considering the CT buy, wow, as they return the favor, is that these SMGs are going to really benefit from any additional nade damage that's sprinkled in at the start of rounds.
Yeah, it's been such a powerful aspect of the G2 setup, these grenades at the start of each round, but they do take a bit of damage back in response. There's the Eagles, a couple of AKs, a must-buy scenario. You can't allow it to go 15-2. Managing to find a couple of kills in the previous round and get the bomb. Enabled them to at least have a chance here. Damage inflicted towards Jax, but he falls back. Summer, other side of the map, doesn't find anything. First kill found towards elevators we go.
Oh, Hunter got caught completely unaware. The trade from Kenny, and he's got another one. Everything's going right for this man right now. They weren't ready for attacker though, and that's going to be a huge frag from Amanek. It could become a 1v1, but he's not interested in any of that fun and games. It will be 15-2 right out of the game.
And that was the forced buy as well, so it'll have to be more of the same here, just playing for their own
sanity?
Dignity, I suppose, yes. This hasn't really gone well at all on Vertigo. After winning Dust 2 with 1 round in it, 16-14, it took 4 rounds in a row at the end. It would require 13 now just to get us to overtime. I don't think that will be happening, as we'll see them enter with pistols, a Galil, and a Desert Eagle. Just about it. Jax now with the AK, waiting towards middle, waiting for our logical conclusion, and we might not find it just yet.
No, attacker's double kill with the SMG has put them in good stead, but they have to get past Kenny, and he's got a double as well, maybe even a triple. He's finally silenced, but he's managed to make this one winnable as well.
In a 16-2 game, potentially, he has 34 kills and 6 deaths. This is unprecedented as the smoke into all the bomb site comes through. The follow-up HE as well is perfect. Oh, the combo is beautiful. Somebody now in a lot of trouble as the retake begins. The flashbangs are delivered towards shore. They confirm that area is cleared. The ramp is the only place he could possibly be. Takes damage at the start. Next to try and close things out here, but somebody with a nice shot goes down to the 1 versus 1. Flashbang is beautiful, but the shot is even better. Somebody will keep them in the game and pull one back. 15-3. Money not great, but he does hold on to the AK-47.
Whew. Just by the skin of their teeth. He did well to catch Nexa there. That was like the perfect lineup with his crosshair placement. Just had to jiggle up the ramp a little bit, the extra elevation. Bye-bye, good night, Nexa.
Now, normally what we would say here is the CT side should take a save, make sure they get all those guns out, get the full buy with the AWPs or the utility. G2 have gone for a conservative approach here. They haven't spent all of their dollary dues. Hunter still has a little bit of money left.
Boosty boost.
I'm not a huge fan. Oh, I'm definitely not a fan of it now. As soon as you make any noise, no.
I guess we've got nothing else going on.
Yeah, why not?
Nothing to
But They
lose.
should get wallbanged.
Everything to gain. Oh, Zeta's gonna hate that one. That's a nasty way to go.
Oh, they're out of there as quick as the frag happened. They've already tucked tail. They've dropped back. They've given themselves the advantage. They still have a bunch of nades to work with here.
B's open,
they only
and
have
somebody
smokes.
has confirmed that at least.
Yeah, well, is he?
Oh,
He hasn't got
through.
across. He hasn't.
I assumed he would do.
Yeah. He's paused. Freeman to flash him across, or is that a smoke? Looks like it might be a smoke for Jens.
It's a smoke for nowhere.
They
He's
missed it. He
misthrown it.
missed it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's enough of a cue. Look at the rotate coming in. Jax has been given enough of a sound cue and enough time to set himself up on generators for the retake. Bit late, admittedly, but look at that. Somebody checking quad, rather like today's goal, puts Jax in a position to punish. Freeman will get the frag, and they are going A. Kenny has stuck his ground, and Kenny continues to do what Kenny's been doing all game long. Just 2 members of TYLOO
The nades,
remain.
the
They've got
nades.
30 seconds.
Here it
Oh,
comes.
hell, Chad, you're absolutely right. And it doesn't end that way, but it does end all